Here we go into part 4, in which it's time to play Jeopardy featuring Alex Trebek for the DOS, which is one of the regular segments that I started to include last year. Let's see what happens in this game. Alright, made by Game Tech, of course. So far in the birthday bank, we have $9,840 cash and prizes. Let's see how much cash we win on Jeopardy. Let's do expert. Use the spacebar to enter.
Hi everyone and welcome to Jeopardy.
We have Jerry and Leanne facing me today.
Here we go, round 1. One daily double will appear on the board in these categories.
We have English history, vocabulary, birds, U.S. history, cards, and finally, country music. Do I want to change the categories? False. Let's go with birds for 100. Members of this talking bird family were familiar pets to Romans. What are parrots?
You are correct.
Birds for 200. This talking bird is the species of starling. What is a mynah bird?
You are correct.
Birds for 300. Though eagles are much smaller than humans, these sense organs are the same size. What are eyes?
That's it.
Birds for 400. Some waterfowl mistaking shotgun pellets for seeds or grits have been stricken with this. Leanne. Is it lead poisoning?
Right.
Uh-huh. Cards for 100. This vice president, who resigned in 1973, was a jack of spades in a deck called Politicards. Who was Spiro Agnew?
That's it.
Cards for 200. Or cards 300. Value of face cards when scoring Jid Rummy. What's 10?
You are correct.
Now let me have cards for 200, please. Up to $1,000 right now. With no wild cards in use, the best hand you can get in poker. What's a royal flush?
That's it.
Cards 300, or 400, I mean, excuse me. Try not to lose track here. You don't want 12 of these in the game of hearts. What are hearts?
You are correct.
And cards for 500, please. Bridge developed from this game. Jerry. Bridge developed from Whist.
You are correct.
Uh-huh. Where to, Jerry? U.S. History 100. Planned under Eisenhower, the invasion of this Caribbean island failed under Kennedy. What is Cuba?
You are correct.
U.S. history for 200. Following FDR's New Deal, he gave us a fair deal. Who is Harry Truman?
You are correct.
U.S. history for 300. From 1836 to 1845, this state was an independent country. I better get this one right. What is Texas?
Yes.
History for 400. U.S. history for 400. In 1934, this Louisiana governor, known as Kingfish, proposed a guaranteed family income of $5,000. Who is Huey Long?
Right.
U.S. history for 500. Many consider his appointment as Chief Justice in 1801 the most important one in U.S. history. Who is John Jay?
No.
Oh, was it John Jay? Oh. I think I know who it is. Let's see if Jerry knows this any better than I do. I think I know who it is now. I think it's John Marshall. It is John Marshall.
You are correct.
Oh well. It's alright. It's okay. Let's go to the next clue, huh? You have $1,000, Jerry. Here we go. English history 100. Working party that first came to power in 1924. What is the Labour Party?
Right.
English history 200. Many heavy winds sank more of this famed Spanish fleet than the English did. What's the Spanish Armada?
You are correct.
English history for 300. In 1963, Britain was rejected for membership in this European group. Oh. Trying to remember. The Common Market, that's right.
Yes.
That's right, it just now dawned on me that it was the Common Market, but yeah, it's alright. Not worried about it. English history 400. In 1881, this punishment took a beating and was abolished by the British Navy. Jerry. Flogging.
Yes.
Yep. English history 500. Last monarch of the House of Tudor. Jerry. Elizabeth I.
You are correct.
Alright. Okay. So Jerry only trails me by $200. Where are we going, Jerry? Country music 100. Born Randall Williams, he now carries on his father's family tradition. Who is Hank Williams Jr.?
You are correct.
Country music for 200. $2,500 at this point. This country rock star is known as the Killer. Jerry. Gets this right, he'll charm me by just $100. Jerry Lee Lewis?
That's it.
Uh-huh. Country music 300. Daily double.
The answer is daily double.
You only trail by $100. How much of your $2,400 are you going to put at risk? $1,920. All right, here's the clue. She was country when country wasn't cool. Who is Barbara Mandrell? Uh-huh. You're in the lead now with $4,320, and you have the next selection, Jerry. Go ahead and pick it. Country music for $400. This silver fox is the most beautiful girl, also topped pop charts. Jerry. Looks like I'm going to have my work cut out for me. Charlie Rich?
That's it.
Uh-huh. Alright, country music for $500. According to Johnny Horton, it's this temperature when it's springtime in Alaska. Jerry again. 40 below.
Yes.
Uh-huh. You're up to $5,220, Jerry. You got a big lead at this point. Alright. Vocabulary for 100. A case for arrows, whether or not it shakes. What's a quiver?
That's it.
Vocabulary for 200, please. I know I won't be in the lead at the end of the Jeopardy round, but there's always double Jeopardy. It means government by a small group, not government by men named Ali. What's an oligarchy?
That's it.
Vocabulary for 300. If your hostess offers you a comfit, she expects you to do this with it. What is eat it?
That's it.
Vocabulary for 400. Up to $3,100 at this point in the game. Often used in perfume to prevent rapid evaporation, its name means gray amber. What is ambergris?
That's it.
Vocabulary for 500. From Latin for to beg, it's a fancy 9-letter synonym for a beggar. Jerry. A mendicant. Yep.
That's it.
That is correct. Alright, now the last clue. The yellow-bellied sapsucker and the common flicker are members of this bird family. What is the woodpecker?
Yes.
So at the end of the Jeopardy round, I have $4,000. Jerry's in the lead with $5,720. Leanne goes first because she has $400.
The double Jeopardy round. Here we go. Daily double. Help you in one of these categories.
Categories we're going to be dealing with are nutrition, world of fashion, parades, English lit, the desert, and finally, science. Okay, I feel like I can come back in the double Jeopardy round. I feel like I could get the lead. But Leanne starts off first because she has the least amount of dollars, 400 of them. The desert, 200. Type of these include old man, hedgehog, and barrel. What are cactus?
That's it.
Or cacti? The desert for 400. This lowest point figured in Ronald Reagan's career. What is Death Valley?
Yes.
The desert for 600. So I try my best to come back and take Jerry's lead. Greek for fertile land. Buildings are built around, but not on one of these watering spots. What is an oasis?
Mathew.
The desert for 800. If I get this clue right, I'll take the lead. Daily double.
The answer is
Alright, so I'm in the lead with, or no, I'm in second place rather with $5,000, or $5,200, second place, bet it all. Here's the clue. Artist famous for her paintings of the deserts in the American Southwest. Who's Georgia O'Keeffe?
right.
Putting me in the lead, $10,400. Right where I should be. The desert, 1,000. Coldest, most northern desert in the world. What is the Gobi Desert?
Mathew.
$11,400. I've catapulted in the lead and I'm ahead of Jerry. Alright, where do I want to go now? Let's go with English Lit for 200. This author of The Jungle Book lived in Vermont for 4 years. Who's Rudyard Kipling?
Yes.
English Lit for 400. Aldous Huxley's 1932 version of 1984. What is Brave New World?
Right.
English Lit for 600. $12,000 at this point in the game. And we're going on. James Hilton's schoolmaster father was the model for this novel's title character. Jerry. Goodbye, Mr. Chips.
You are correct.
That is right. $6,320, Jerry. Where to? World of Fashion, 200. The hat in the Mexican hat dance. What is the sombrero?
Right.
World of Fashion for 400. South Seas garb worn by Dorothy Lamour on the road. What is a sarong?
Right.
World of Fashion for 600. Where on his body an Arab would wear the traditional keffiyeh. What's the head?
You are correct.
World of Fashion for 800. The other daily double.
The answer is
And I'm way ahead right now. How much of my 13,200 will I put at risk? Let's bet it all again. About 7 yards long, it's a loose body wrap worn by Hindu women. What's a sari? Sorry.
Mathew.
World of Fashion, 1,000. Look at all that cash I have sitting in front of me. That's going to lead up to a big birthday bank thus far. The sash worn with the Japanese kimono. What's an obi?
Mathew.
$27,400. That is a lot of cash. I will take English Lit for 800. The hero's clubfoot in Of Human Bondage represented this author's stammer, who is Somerset Maugham.
Mathew.
Let's take English Lit for 1,000. Ironically, Catherine, wife of this poet, painter, and printer, was illiterate. Who's Homer?
No.
Ah. Jerry. Who is William Blake?
Mathew.
Yeah, he's the one. Alright. It doesn't matter, because Jerry's nowhere close to me right now. I have over $27,000 in cash. Next clue. Parades, 200. 1988 was the year of this creature, which traditionally leads the annual Chinese New Year parade. What is the dragon?
Yes.
Parades for 400. Parades on this day might honor Flora, the Roman goddess of spring, or a country's laborers. What is May Day? Oop.
You are correct.
Parade 600. This had to be stoked up for the performance and traditionally came last in the circus parade. What's a calliope?
Yes.
Parade's 800. For most of its route, the Tournament of Roses parade follows this Pasadena Boulevard. What is, Colorado Boulevard?
You are correct.
Parade's 1,000. Annual British parade that arose from the need to show mercenary troops which flag to follow. What is chopping the collar?
You are correct.
Nutrition for 200. Three ounces of this pickled cabbage has only 18 calories. What is sauerkraut?
Yes.
Nutrition for 400. This mineral, which forms teeth and bones, is by weight the most common mineral in the body. What's calcium?
That's it.
Nutrition for 600. Primary food type along with carbohydrates and proteins. They help the body prevent viral infections. What are fats?
Yes.
Nutrition for 800, please. There are two types of vitamins, fat-soluble and this kind. What's water-soluble?
Yes.
Let's take 1,000. Starches are complex forms of these simple carbohydrates. What are sugars?
You are correct.
Science, 200. Land animal with the largest teeth. I will say, what is the elephant?
Yes.
400. Stratigraphy is a branch of this earth science. Leanne. Chesapeake Bay?
No.
That is not a branch of science. It's off the coast of Maryland. Jerry. Alaska?
No.
I were to guess, I would say geography, but I don't want to buzz in. I'll pass.
The correct response is
Geology. It was geo, but it was geology, not geography. 600. Diffraction refers to the way it bends. What is light?
that's it.
800. The two primary ferrous metals are iron and this. I'm going to take a guess and say, what is copper? Or is it steel?
That's it.
It is steel. Good thing I did. Good thing I went with steel, not copper. Now the last clue. $1,000 clue. Coming up. Natural vanilla flavoring comes from this tropical flower. What is the orchid?
That's it.
So I have $35,800. Jerry has $6,920. Leanne has no cash, so she will not be advancing to Final Jeopardy.
Here is today's Final Jeopardy category.
The Bible. I'm going to wager just $200.
Final Jeopardy answer is...
Saul and these two others were the only 3 men to reign as king over all 12 tribes of Israel. I'm going to say who are David and Solomon, but I'm guessing.
What did you put down as your response?
David and Solomon?
You are correct.
Oh, I got it right.
And your wager was...
Just $200, so I go up to $36,000. We'll add that to the birthday bank.
What did you put down as your response?
David and Solomon.
Yes.
And how much are you going to add to your total?
And your wager was...
$6,150. So you go up to $15,000 or $13,000 rather, $70. But I win with $36,000. We'll go ahead and wrap it up for this segment. And I will see you all for that next segment, okay? We'll be right back.